Back to Eyewitness News Daybreak. Joining us this morning now is Superintendent from Daviess County Public Schools, Matt Robbins. And Mr. Robbins, you're joining us right after you guys finalized your plans a couple days ago for school this fall. And much like the city schools, you guys have chosen an A-B type schedule. Can you explain, I guess, to all the students and parents at home how you came to that decision, and also maybe why that decision you felt is best going forward, you and the board?
All right, great. Well, first, Jake, I want to explain how this model works. We've attributed it to a stoplight model, which is red, green, yellow. The yellow means caution. Red means that we would entertain the idea of a virtual learning for all students. And, of course, green would be the 5-day model that we all desire and hope to be able to achieve, with the idea that we need to get some experience on the beginning of school for a few weeks before we could make that switch or alteration. Basically, this really drove at a couple of things. Number one, the rise in cases that we're experiencing. I think we heard from the governor yesterday that Daviess County is certainly in a hot spot right now. And then secondly, looking at the Kentucky Department of Education guidelines as to what that called for, with all of the guidelines, restrictions, particularly with social distancing. As we began to look to have almost 10,000 of our students on our campuses, that seemed a very daunting task to start school, knowing that the staff were having to train at the same time they were going to be asked to do all of the things that are being required of us, and then our students as well. So I think the merger of thinking about trying to socially distance at the same time, that drove us to thinking this would be a better model for us to start school as a reentry and then hopefully launch into green. It would be our desire.
What do you see as the biggest challenge as far as this model goes? Obviously, with kids at home during the school day and certain days of the week, I'd imagine that's not only going to be a challenge for those families, but also your staff and teachers.
No question. We heard some of this yesterday. Thankfully, our board had chosen to allow some public comment and some things there that I think have the ability to modify even what we'll do on the start, but we'll have to process some of those things. But number one, obviously we see that child care is an issue. We knew that would be difficult, not being back 5 days a week and starting at 2 days a week for most of our students. And I think beyond that, I think from the teacher aspect is trying to make sure that we're managing kids while they're in class as well as while they're at home. So we're working hard on both of those two fronts to try to mitigate that and making it as less as we can. But knowing on the front end that will be difficult, hopefully then, we can make that transition pretty quickly. We just don't know. And that's been the issue with this virus, is it really doesn't care what our wants, even what our needs are. It lives its own life, and we're working around it, not the reverse.
Mr. Robbins, we've got about 30 seconds. My last question for you is, how unique has this challenge been for you as an administrator? Have you seen anything like this? Do you think this school year is going to be as unique as anything you've ever seen?
There's no question, Jake. I think we're in uncharted territory as the rest of society is. Everything we come to literally is completely different. From the management of kids getting on the school bus, to arriving at school before teachers are there in the morning, to lunch, to in classroom, out of classroom, to dismissal, at the end of the day, even involving extracurriculars, athletics. I know the KHSAA met this morning, and I did not have a chance to personally watch that, but a member of my staff has, and so I'll receive a briefing here today on what that looks like. But everything's different. There's nothing the same.
And it's changing, it seems, by the day as well. Thank you for your time, Mr. Robbins. We appreciate it. Good luck to you, your students and staff, and all of your families on that first day of school.
Thank you so much, Jake. Most appreciated.
We'll be right back.